Going on, everybody? Good old JM here with you on this Throwback Thursday as we present yet another out of the archives right here on the Casa D18 Studios. JJ, I know, has been working tirelessly to comb through everything on the NoDQ channel, on the Jeff Meacham Network, on his own Casa D18 Studios, on the J. Hebert 95 Studios, the Simple Man brand, to present to you something that you may not have seen before, something that you haven't seen in a long time, perhaps. I know I'm looking forward to what the Renegade has in store, and I hope you are too. Kick your feet up, enjoy a little respite from the craziness of a Thursday, and enjoy this classic content right here on the Casa D18 Studios.
Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Scan the QR codes to see what's upcoming for FTW Productions and what's available on demand right now. Button Masters Stable Wars entire playlist. AEW Revolution Go Home Week, Dynamite and Rampage watch parties. Mistress Audio dramatic readings featuring voice actors from Weymouth Youth Wrestling. Elimination Chamber retrospective. WrestleMania Retros coming to the Wrestling Fortune 44 Incorporated channel. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order Let's Play series. WrestleMania 19 Revenge Mode Let's Play series. All of A Simple Man's Brand's Simply Predicting panels. Both episodes of The Don DeMarco Show. AEW Spark, WWE Aftershock, every show week by week. the entirety of the NASCAR Thunder 2004 Let's Play series. AEW Revolution watch-along coverage featuring Noah Foster and James Hebert. Wrestle Kingdom 17 coverage in conjunction with the Jeff Meacham Network. A Simple Take. WWE Simple Takes featuring Casa D18 Studios. Super Mario Bros. Z voice acting. Episode 3 coming soon. Breaking news. ATW View Impromptu. WYW Intro and Immortal Stream. Royal Rumble Match Marathon with retros of events following Marathon. Plugs have concluded. On to the video.
Casa D18 Studios, an affiliate of the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media, proudly presents this retro content from J. Hebert Studios.
Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot. When will you niggas learn? Came to get crunk, came to bring life, came to get started, came to get right. Turn down the music, turn up my mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming off the heels of probably what was the best pro wrestling weekend, or what should have been the best, but one show kind of under-delivered. But we'll get to that and all the independent news of pro wrestling.
Even so, talk about loading up on Saturday night, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. I am Jay Hebert. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
I'm waiting for you. Wait, I have no lines.
Worst intro
I
ever.
am Lionheart Mike Nikos.
Casey, you go.
I am, shockingly, the Indy Force Open Weight Predictions Heavyweight Champion. Oh, sorry, Open Weight Heavyweight? That makes no sense.
Open Weight Heavyweight. Yay!
Can we just say heavyweight? Because most of us are above the 215-pound fucking
I think
limitation anyway.
In that regard.
True, but I like open weight better because it signifies anybody can go for this.
It's going to be passed around by us four.
So it's a heavyweight title, Casey.
We're good.
Knock, knock, fuck you.
Thank you, fuck you, bye.
Anyway. Thank you, fuck you, bye. We ordered the damn shit.
Anyway, continue.
I am the Indy Force Predictions Heavyweight Champ, the Wrestling Encyclopedia, Casey Gallagher.
And of course,
the name's Raccoon. It rhymes with Doom, and you're going to be hurting all too soon. Hi, I'm the Executioner, Michael X.
And
I know I could have said that with more enthusiasm, but fuck it.
Casey and I want to give a little toast to the newest AEW champ with a little bit of the bubbly.
I can't wait for this meme to die. I just can't wait.
I love it. I'm gonna roll with it.
You can put that all you want. That means that I have more opportunities to put a fucking bullet in my head.
Well, I mean, you didn't do it yet, so.
Yeah, but you know what? That means that it's gonna be the biggest. It goes from a 22. I'm slowly going into a 45, and very soon after that's gonna be a 500 caliber round. Straight through the brain. Fuck it. Just
fuck hardcore. He's hardcore. He's hardcore.
What's the point where he just takes out a rocket launcher?
Really quick, I had the chance to, before we get into the review, I had the chance to listen to the Tommy Dreamer documentary. Fuck.
Oh, you're talking about the one where he said he was thinking about killing Paul Heyman?
Semi. I don't remember that specifically in there. I know that he talks about, his whole career in ECW. Fucking.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, where he has a chance to talk about Raven and all, like, how some of the best matches he's been in. He talks about the Dudleys breaking his wife's neck, and she just disappears off TV.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it was shitty, but like it made them good heels, the Dudleys, and it got good heat.
I believe that if you're a heel, despicable action should be a primary. I think it gets you over fast. If you do something that the crowd hates, then you're a good heel.
Yeah, if you do it, if you do it, but you can't write off that momentum, then you just aren't that good to begin with. But if you can do it and then still do something else that isn't as despicable to still keep that heat going, that shows your level of being a performer, I think.
Don't be a Gene Snitsky, be a Bubba Ray Dudley.
Yes, there you go.
Don't have shit.
Amen.
Don't have shit fucking heat that exists just to better a storyline.
Exactly.
Or to over a stupid Stockholm Syndrome fucking story, which is like ridiculous and dumb. And not know the direction that you're going with it. Instead, be Bubba Ray Dudley and work the crowd as much as possible by almost causing a riot. I haven't seen that in a long time. Almost causing a riot in the arena.
Dude, I hope to God.
That was Heatwave 98, if I remember correctly.
Well, that's not the only time he caused a riot. He also did it in TNA. He did the chair thing again.
Well, I mean, that's the chair thing. I'm talking about a riot as in fucking...
Yeah, as in a heel.
People were going to kill him for what he did.
Well, the thing is, you know what the thing is? I feel like Bubba Ray is such a good performer. I would hope he gets signed with AEW because I really enjoyed everywhere. I feel like Bully Ray's gone. It's been great. Like other than his last WWE run, which we know how that went because WWE.
Well, I'll be 100% honest. I'd rather see him in a teaching role, teaching the next line to be heels and how to work the crowd and how to fit. Because he's had years of fucking professional training on. I mean, his match.
And he could be a hell of a promo coach too.
Yeah.
That's how I'd love to see him. That's how I think he'd be best utilized. Maybe a really good position for him.
And if there's anybody out there that has no idea what we're talking about, I've had the chance to go over a lot of the ECW footage, a lot of their matches and shit like that. Some of the best match work I've seen in a long time when it comes to providing substance for matches. Like at least keeping when it comes to entertainment, every single one of their matches, I was never bored watching.
Yeah, true.
It's fucking the Eliminators, or it's just the Eliminators.
But I would love to talk about the Dudleys all day, but we do have to get to brass tacks with some of these news items. So everybody knows that this show is initially to cover independent news. However, a story has kind of come out in recent weeks, and it's something that I feel we just have to kind of defend WWE on here because it's so stupid in the grand scheme of things. Nikos, could you pull up the article from What Culture, please, about what's it called? The friggin' Flair trying to trademark the man because Becky Lynch uses it for her nickname.
Just give me one quick second here.
I warn you right now, and I'll give it fair warning, fair disclaimer right now. We respect Ric Flair for what he's done for the business. We respect him for the legend that he's become in the business. We respect him for everything that he has done and provided us for our entertainment. That said,
this is really fucking stupid.
Huh?
Case, go right ahead.
And we respect him as a storyteller because what he did in that ring and in promos, the man can tell stories like it's nobody's business.
Agreed.
All that said and out of the way, however,
he's a fucking idiot.
Yes. Like this might be the dumbest thing I have heard probably all week.
In recent years, this is kind of stupid. Like, even I have to admit it myself. But I'm just, looking over this and just saying, all right, this is happening. Like, I work in semi-retail, and I have to work with old people to serve old people, and they just give you the biggest amount of shit that you have to deal with. This is one example
this is what it reminds you of.
Of just old people giving you shit.
For the audience that does not know, please read this, because I guarantee you it gets worse when you actually read it verbatim. It's so dumb. So dumb.
If you like, I can read off the article for you guys.
Yeah, please.
Also, James, an idea just struck me. For future reference, should we also start linking to any articles we use to make the show in the description?
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's what I did. I just did it just so we can get it out of the way because we had a busy news week this week. But continue, Nikos.
All right. So from whatculture.com posted as a headline, Flair suing WWE over the man trademark. The Nature Boy threatens legal action over reappropriated catchphrase. Significant legal tension is brewing between WWE and Ric Flair, who has now declared war on the promotion for their continued use of the man to market Becky Lynch. Following along here?
James, could you do a little splicey of the song "Now You're a Man" when you have this pop up? Because just every single time he says "man,"
I'm not even gonna lie.
Hilarious. It's fucking hilarious, honestly.
You should do it.
Every single time Nico says the word "man," just have it go, "Now you're a man."
Anyway, Nikos, continue.
We'll have it from like the fucking Mulan movie where it's just "man" from that song just replaces my voice whenever I say "man."
Or no, what about what? Oh my God! I just thought about this. That means William Regal's really screwed, huh? He's a man, such a man.
Anyway.
Quick little note. The concept of the word in order to be the man, you must beat the man has been around for about since the fucking I don't know.
If he wanted to trademark that, I would have no problem with it.
But he didn't come up with it.
Yeah, other people have come up with that trademark
my grandfather
for years.
My grandfather used to tell that to my dad.
Yeah.
Play hockey. This is back in the fucking 60s, before Flair became the Nature Boy.
No, I get that. But still, regardless.
And even if other people have been using the trademark "the man," Ric Flair doesn't even bat an eye to these like allegations. But when Becky Lynch starts using it, that's when he gets, he turns his head.
It's even worse than you're making it sound, Nikos. He actually knew that they were doing that. He gave the blessing. And because so long, though, as they paid him, and WWE, rightfully, took this as a bunch of hogwash and fucking ignored him. Because it's stupid. I'm sorry. And
hey, James.
Nope. Yeah?
We were talking about reappropriated trademarks. Would this be a bad time to bring up Buddy Rogers?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, to continue through the article. Though the story originally broke last week, TMZ have posted a new write-up today in which the Nature Boy notes he has been calling himself the man since 1981 and still holds a trademark for his "to be the man, you gotta beat the man" catchphrase.
Which
Flair told TMZ.
Yeah.
What?
Now the phrase "to be the man, you gotta beat the man," that's fine. But if you're just trying to trademark two words, that's
ridiculous.
It's dumb.
What's the point?
It's dumb. Continue, Nikos. Just continue.
Flair told TMZ he tried to come to an amicable private agreement in which WWE would pay him to allow Lynch to keep using her popular nickname. The company declined. Flair then escalated the situation with Triple H, and again this failed. So he failed a trademark application for "the man," relating specifically to pro wrestling activities on the 26th of August. While Flair claims to have no problem with Lynch herself, he says that the situation has caused a rift between him and WWE, and also one with daughter Charlotte. He notes that if he's granted the trademark, he'll let Becky keep using the man as long as he gets paid. And I quote, "I wanted to take care of my family." End quote.
I'm gonna pause you right there because
I'm done with reading the article.
Yeah, that's the whole article.
Why isn't this case just called, if you want to beat the man, you have to sue the man?
That's basically what this is.
That's what you call this little pocket of nonsense.
But yeah, Charlotte's pissed at him.
Charlotte's pissed off and it's created a rift between Charlotte and Rick now. Again, by the way, for the fucking upteenth time in a row. You moron.
He's just doing this to get more money out of it. Like he.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
I wonder why.
Of course not, because
Listen.
We gotta fucking drinks for everyone he meets.
Hold on. We have to discuss the elephant in the room. That Flair has a terrible spending problem.
No shit.
And he's admitted this several times.
Yes.
Which is the only reason why he'd be doing this.
He's not making enough Portland Farms money. He's not making enough money.
You know why, Mike? Because he fucking spends it. And he doesn't know how to pay his back pay taxes at 70 years old. And this is a point Solomonster make. And I'm so glad he made that fucking point. And this is where I actually feel a little bit of sympathy for him. Because he did go into the hospital. He almost died. And I'm sure the medical bills are I don't care how rich or how much of a bigwig you are, medical care sucks in this country. It sucks.
Uh-huh.
I can attest, okay? So when it comes to, freaking poor Ric Flair, I can sympathize with him there. But as far as what he's done in the past, I can only feel sorry for him so much. He wants money so he could support his family. How about you why didn't you think about that when you were spending all your money on 50 guys at a bar getting them drinks, huh? Where were you then?
Listen, I mean, yes, he has the gimmick of the limousine flying, jet riding, fucking son of a gun. But the problem
live that gimmick for so long before it catches up with you.
Yeah. This is where, and in this case, it bit him in the ass. It looks like.
Now, I will say this. Flair is not a terrible human being. We want to say that now. He as a human being is not a
he's not a terrible human being.
This is
he's
just stupid.
This was just absolutely dumb. This is the dumbest thing you could do. And as I said, the reason why we got to stand with the...
That's a lie. You could do
all
right.
There's
I'm standing with WWE. I'm just taking the backseat for this. I'm just...
here's why I'm standing with WWE, because if I don't, and we don't, I feel like if we don't, this could happen to literally anybody in the wrestling business, not even just WWE. A legend could come in, trademark a gimmick, and abuse these fucking guys like they're nothing. And here's the problem with this filing of the man trademark. It doesn't exist. You can't file that trademark. Trying to trademark the term the man is just as stupid as trying to trademark the word react, like the Fine Bros did way back, which cost them a shit ton of subs from their YouTube.
I mean, okay.
Or when friggin' Candy Crush tried to trademark the word saga.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, thank you.
Well, I mean, I can give the example. If we were going to do it with our show, I'd only do it for the entire name because I don't want a fucking athlete that we have created to later be used as the gimmick for somebody else in the future. That's not the point. It's like, okay, I can fucking trademark the Outsider, Mark Young. I can trademark the Executioner, Michael X. I can trademark the Heart and Soul, James the Archangel.
Yeah, shit like that. Exactly.
Because that's a gimmick that exists now.
But you cannot trademark
Just
a term that has been, and it's not even just a nickname. It's a phrase that has been used for years. And the worst part of it, and I don't think the article attributed this part of the article.
It's not just years. You're talking about maybe thousands of years.
Thousands of years, yeah.
To be the man is in order to be the man,
Or
you have
the
to
man.
is old. That's an old saying. That's
you know how many times, and I said this before, you know how many times I said, you the man, to my Uncle Gary? What, am I going to get sued because I used the man in the sentence? And then he's like, and then what about all these freaking school books that use the man put a book on the shelf? The man put dishes in the sink. The man
beat his wife.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say something fucked up, but you beat me to the punch. So when you...
That's my power, brother.
When you do that, are they sued? Well, apparently, according to Flair, it's only for pro wrestling terms. Then guess what? You have no case. If it's not a distinct...
doing this to try to get some money out of this. That's it.
Exactly. If you do not have a distinct term, you have no case. And I hope the court sees this. I hope the WWE wins this case, because at the end of the day, if Flair actually wins this will not be the last time you see veterans of the business that are old and bitter trademark people's fucking nicknames out of spite.
Billy Graham, anyone?
Yeah, exactly. You all gotta remember. I'm not saying Flair is a horrible person here, and I'm not comparing him to Billy Graham, but you gotta remember Billy Graham exists.
Well, to be fair, Billy Graham should have the ability to trademark the nickname The Superstar, because he's Superstar Billy Graham. He has the right to trademark that as his nickname because that's his nickname. Flair has the right to fucking trademark the name Nature Boy because he's the Nature Boy.
Here's the problem with that. WWE, I believe, already trademarked the Superstar first. Sadly.
Yes, I'm not disagreeing.
But they did it legally, and Billy Graham.
Buddy Rogers fucking is the original Nature Boy, which, by the way, incredible. If you guys want to watch some of the best in-ring work, it's Buddy Rogers. He's fucking incredible.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And by the way, I made that point too. Did the Rogers family, after Buddy Rogers passed away, when you started using the Nature Boy nickname, come up to you and try to sue you? No.
Did Macho Man Randy Savage try to sue fucking Jay Lethal for being the Black Machismo?
No.
Did Stone Cold sue fucking Shark Boy for doing the fucking 316 gimmick on himself? I don't think so. Because it's petty and stupid.
And coming back to Ric Flair, I don't seem to remember him having talks with friggin' Buddy Landell about the Nature Boy gimmick.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, this is dumb. He has no case. I hope the courts recognize this, because if they don't, one, our judicial system's fucked, and two, young wrestlers, watch out. And by the way, if this does go through, I will call myself the fucking man until we get a fucking cease and desist letter in the fucking mail, and then that's when I'll fucking stop. But I'll keep doing it just to prove a fucking point.
Now, can I just say one thing?
Fucking mook.
An example of something that can be given to an athlete is like The Undertaker has the nickname The Phenom.
Yeah.
Because that's his thing, and that should be trademarked because he was the original phenom of wrestling.
Yes.
Now, does he have the right to trademark the name Phenomenal? No, because Phenomenal is a regular term, but Phenom is completely separate.
Yeah. And again, we could go on and on about this all day.
And plus, another thing. What do I refer myself as to in WIW? What is my nickname? The Lionheart. Who else had that gimmick? That doesn't use it anymore. You think he's gonna email me one day and says, "Hey, you have to cease and desist because you're using my name," dude? You don't use that name anymore.
If he does, laugh.
I'm using it for now. It's not like other wrestlers are calling themselves the Lionheart. It's a good name. I like it.
And by the way, he I think he did the Lion, just straight up Lionheart, where you are the Lionheart too. Lion's face
All I have to do is just add the. I mean, something might get changed, but it still doesn't matter. You used the Lionheart gimmick. You made it good. Now you don't use it anymore. Now I'm taking control of it. And
Jericho wouldn't be as petty. You know why? Because Jericho knows how to save his fucking money, and doesn't want to fuck over the young guy because he's fucking financially fucked himself again. By the way. So, in conclusion, Flair, talk to your...
Flair is doing this out of petty reasons.
He's not even doing it for
Basically-
petty reasons. He's doing it for selfish reasons because he can't fucking manage his money. In conclusion, because we could talk about this all day, Flair, at the end of the day, you're a goddamn idiot. Go talk to wife number 75 that I'm sure is about to break up with you within 2 weeks because you can't fucking manage your money. And see if you can actually work with her to actually budget your money properly for once. With all these Cumby ads. There's no excuse why you can't do that.
You know how much money he's on the fucking posters outside of those fucking gas stations. He is on you can't walk in that store without seeing Flair's face.
He did a fucking car salesman commercial, which honest to God is like the best fit for him. He should be rolling in the money right now, and he's probably not. So at the end of the day,
Flair, are you?
I love him. I think he's great.
A day, you can help Ric Flair try to fix his financial problems.
No, I'm good.
That shouldn't exist to begin with because he's a fucking. He's worth a lot of money. His name. By the way, does he not get any money off of fucking WWE's networks? Fucking.
Oh no, he gets tons of
matches.
He gets tons of royalties.
Then shut the fuck up, Flair. There's called. Listen, you don't need.
He just wanted more. He wanted more. And by the way, good job. Burning your relationships with your own daughter, Seth Rollins, and Triple H, your best friend. Good job, you mook.
Who recently unfollowed him.
Yeah, unfollowed him on Twitter and on Instagram now. That's being reported. He's done with them. And I don't blame him. So, that being said, we got more bad news to cover because now we got to review this shit TakeOver Cardiff card. This was absolutely garbage. Now, there was a couple saving graces on here. One was Cesaro because it's Cesaro, and he made a surprise appearance. The other
is what you get, basically.
The other was Walter and Tyler Bate. And you go to the opening match. The opening match was all right, but the wrong guy went over because Travis Banks looks like a fucking geek lately on NXT UK, and he just looked even worse here losing to Dar. And Dar doesn't need the win. Honest to God, guys, how many times have they tried to push this guy in WWE? Honest to God, how many times?
Multiple times.
If you have not gotten him yet, why in the actual fuck are you still trying? Why don't you just put him in a tag team with Jordan Devlin and actually get heat with the tandem?
Because fuck you, that's a good idea. And they're probably gonna do it now that if they haven't, they fucking listen to this podcast.
Good.
I hope, which I'll be 100%
and
on.
Hopefully you have him get a fucking win. Hopefully you get Travis Banks a fucking win now that he won't lose the fucking Dar for no reason. And again, I love the Cesaro match with Ilya Dragunov, but poor Ilya Dragunov couldn't even get a win on Cesaro, and then Cesaro goes back to Raw and looks like a fucking jobber to The Miz. So what good did that do, Ilya? Losing to a fucking C-level guy on the main roster. Honest to God. So that was even ruined. A good match was ruined because of main roster, which I never thought I'd say about an NXT, but here we are. And then we get to this third match. And by the way, I'm just going and speed running through this because this is a universal opinion between all of us. We did not like the show. You could check back the reactions. It was so bad. And
we got so bored. Me and Mike drank the entire case of Pepsi.
It was so bad, dude.
No, Nikos, we went through 2 whole cases of Pepsi.
Yeah, it was
2 whole cases. Okay.
Remember, we went through
2 whole cases of Pepsi. You went through half a case of Dew, and you went through I should say, because I was involved in this as well. We went through 2 packs of Chips Ahoy cookies.
Yeah.
So
before this match was even over.
Which I hate to tell you, folks, that's not because we were hungry. It's because we were so fucking bored that we were bored eating. We were eating ourselves and drinking ourselves through boredom.
This match, this 3-way match,
it sucked. Fucking sucked.
It ended horribly.
And I would have been able to be fine if you book this triple threat tag match like you did with the triple threat North American title match. If you'd have done that finish, I'd be totally fine with this match. But the problem is, you had them hit 3 outstanding tag finishers, and that wasn't the finish. And then you hit suicide dives on Gallus, and they sell it like they're dead for the rest of the match, and they were dead for like 2.5 minutes. And then Mark Andrews hits a shooting star press on Zach Gibson on top of his own partner, and that gets the pinfall.
Which makes no sense. It's such a shit finish that it feels like it feels like an indie fucking. It feels like an indie finish.
And ironic because we're the Indy Force, but like Indies have done this better than these guys.
Even on this channel, which we love the independent shit because it allows for a lot of creativity and a lot of interesting stuff to be done. But this is not interesting. Fucking, I hate, fuck it. I'll bring out the inner Jim Cornette that we all have in our fucking hearts somewhere. This fucking match can suck a motherfucking dick because it was goddamn terrible. I swear to God, there was no fucking match choreography, no storytelling, there was no fucking pacing going on. Halfway through, I thought I was gonna fucking shit myself. These two motherfuckers couldn't put corn into a sack and survive for a month on an island. That's how terrible the build of this fucking match was.
Dude,
fuck you, bye.
For this
and the match
that's part of WWE, which is not independent, that was pretty shit.
And for the record, for the record,
shit sucks.
It sucked, but there was so much stuff to do. You have to give it a 3, so we gave it a 3. But it would have been a 4.5 had you booked it better. And there's no way you couldn't have booked this better.
Honestly, with that fucking ending segment, the way that it was, I gave it a 2.5. I thought it was fucking terrible. Out of a 5-star thing, this match was that fucking bad in my personal opinion.
And you buried Gallus. Gallus does not look credible, and Gallus needed this win more than anybody else. And everyone's arguing for the Welsh boys. Oh, it was their hometown. The Welsh boys had to win. The Welsh boys. Oh. Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Andrews. Dude, you are trying to compare him to Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano has been in NXT for years before he had those false finishes and before he locked in the Gargano escape at TakeOver New York and won the NXT title. Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster as a tandem were a makeshift team that, between the equivalent of Johnny Gargano, have been around for a cup of tea.
Now, I have a point that I have to pull out, and it's kind of a thing that I've been listening to the Jim Cornette podcast for like almost the whole weekend, this whole weekend, because I'm like, fuck it, I want to learn a little bit more about the guy. I barely know shit about him. And I go into it and I go, why do I agree with his points on professional wrestling the way that he says? It makes a lot of sense that you want to have a slow build of a match. This did not feel like a match. This felt like a fucking fight for no reason. This match had no fucking build going into it.
And by the way, it had build between Gallus and Zach Gibson and James Drake, who were two heel tandems. Yeah, granted, and they needed a face team in there somewhere. Doesn't mean they needed to win. And also, by the way, can we stop doing, if it's a triple threat tag match, can we just make a tornado tag? Why do they have to hold the tag ropes? It's NoDQ.
Well, I'm okay with the triple tag team rule setup.
Not when you don't know who the legal man is. I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with it in the slightest. Because I didn't know who the legal man was by the time the final pin happened.
Another big problem that arose in that match was the far from perfect camera angles.
Oh god, the camera angles were abysmal, fam. I could do better camera angles. I could do better in the freaking production studio than whoever was in the production studio that night. That was horseshit production. Like they missed so many moves. I think they missed a suicide dive spot with Gallus, which made it even all that much worse when they sold it like they were dead for like years on end towards the end of the finish.
See, I could understand if they did we need a team to be out of the ring so we can have two teams fight in the ring and do their whole shtick. That's fine if you're able to make it make sense. But watching that whole match back just made me want to puke.
It was so dumb. It was
Yeah.
so stupid. And look, at the end of the day, great. They got their hometown ovation. I hope it was worth it to fucking rush it.
Can I be honest? And I hate giving the example at this point of our show. But boys and girls, if you want to see the hometown hero not win a match for once, maybe Michael X versus Chris fucking Phoenix. I hate to say it,
wrong.
but that's how you you allow the hometown hero to put off so much offense to make it look like that he is doing, or as a group, they're doing so much that when they walk out of the arena, the people that are watching the match still have faith in them.
Yep.
True.
Absolutely.
Because I hate to give the example. This is the equivalent of fucking Sting versus Hernandez, and then Eric Young comes out of nowhere with the chair and turns heel. It's like, what? Why?
Yep. Exactly.
What's the point? What's the fucking point of this?
And again, we can go on about this match all day, but it gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. It just gets worse. It keeps getting worse.
No idea how worse this thing gets.
And Casey left like halfway through this match. We get to this match. We get to Dave Mastiff versus Joe Coffey in a last man standing match.
By the way, James, Mastiff the Bomber.
Yeah.
Why was he called
the gimmick,
the Mastodon? That would have made so much sense.
I know. Well, because, Big Van Vader, and I guess he wanted to be original, and it didn't really work out too well.
And
but
also, why was this a last man standing when it could have been an Iron Man match?
Yeah, I agree with that too. But they could have made this work. I was actually looking forward to this match the most because it was Dave Mastiff. I've been praising Dave Mastiff. I thought he was doing great work up until this point. I thought Joe Coffey was, even though he was kind of booked a little bit on a losing streak, that he was going to get his ultimate win back and look strong here. Oh boy, was I in for a fucking treat. Was I in for a treat, fam? Because what we ended up getting was an abomination of pro wrestling.
Starts off with dead, calm silence.
It starts off with dead, calm silence because these freaking idiots decided to do the turnbuckle spot where it breaks first. And check back. I dare you. If you praise this match, go to the freaking network right now, go back to the start of that match, and tell me if you hear a crowd reaction or if you hear an exasperated sigh. I'll tell you which is which if you want a spoiler.
They should have saved that toward the end of the match. That would have been much more better.
Here's all that really needs to be said about this match. The build would have been more impressive if, and only if, they realized that the heel should act like a fucking heel.
Exactly. The Coffey should have been the ultimate heel in this match. He should have been taking every underhanded tactic his way. And Mastiff should have sold his offense, which is the key thing here. This guy is not a small man. This guy is mean.
But this is a last man standing match, correct? Which means no disqualification. All rules matter. This match lasts in the ring about probably about like 24 seconds.
And then they just... Because the turnbuckle breaks, they decide, we're gonna do table spots now, and then
we're gonna do the laziest thing in the world. We are literally gonna do the laziest thing in the world instead of having a good competitive match at the start. Have the heel do the heel fucking work. Hell, you can have that turnbuckle spot be the end of the match, which
I would have been fine with that. I would have been fine with that.
I said that when we were fucking reviewing it. I'm like, why is that not the end of the match?
Not just that, but this pissed me off, and you know how much this pissed me off, because Gallus needed this win, and they needed to look strong. If they weren't going to have it win in the tag match, and they were going to do it at a later date, they needed Coffey to look strong here. And they booked him like the biggest pussy on the fucking planet. And this guy's name is the Iron
the entirety of that match.
They had him pussying in fear. They had him cower and like, oh no, don't hurt me, Mr. Dave Mastiff. Please don't hurt me. Please don't sit on my head.
Hold on. That would have been a really good tactic if it was a tactic instead of the whole pace of the match.
No, and here's one part that I actually forgot to talk about on the rundown, actually. here's one part that I forgot to talk. This spot I hated. Now that I remember it, then Coffee all of a sudden stops cowering all of a sudden, and then he just runs at Mastiff, and Mastiff punches the fucking chair in his face. Oh, good job, you fucking idiot. Could you make this guy look even more stupid? Why don't you? Oh, yeah, wait. Yeah, you can. So we get to the ending spot. Tell me if this sounds familiar.
After about Case, how long would you say? Because I don't know if
he left. He left halfway through, dude. Okay, I remember this. He left halfway through.
Nikos, how long would you say that they brawled on the? Because they lasted about 24 to 45 seconds in ring, and then they fucking had. It's not wrestling. It was just a fucking fist fight. That's all it was. The whole thing.
And it wasn't even a good fist fight. It was like a one-sided fist fight.
It was like a drunken bar fight.
By the you look back at the ratio, it was Mastiff with 90% of the offense, and Joe Coffey got about like 10. And that was the somewhat beginning portion of the match and the ending spot. That's it.
That ending spot was bullshit.
And then the ending spot happens. Now, if you people are familiar with this ending spot and with the whole I take you and you take me and we fall through table, Gargano and Adam Cole did this and it was a lot more cooler. They basically carbon copied this spot and there was a table just conveniently fucking placed there. Just conveniently there. And then Mastiff is getting up and it's getting clutch, right? They're about to hit the 10 mark. Mastiff successfully, watch it back, gets on his feet with the crate. And
he's hunched over, but he's still on his feet.
And he got the crate kicked away from him by Coffee with a big boot. He big booted the freaking crate out of his hands. He fell down, and then the referee counted 10. I'm gonna preface this with what I said on the rundown. If you have to book a dominant superstar like this, and the only way they can lose is by this kind of bullshit finish, guess what? It doesn't work. It didn't work with Goldberg in WCW. It didn't work with Brock Lesnar in WWF, and it won't work with Dave Mastiff in NXT UK.
Now, okay, and if you guys really want to know, or at least if you guys want, I could go over what I would have. If I was the fucking booker of that match, I know exactly how I would have had it go down.
Shawn Maverick has him. There. Done.
No, I would say Shawn Maverick fucking Mark Young.
Shawn Maverick or Ori Dre. Well, no, that's what they booked it like, but they shouldn't have booked it that way.
No, because, okay, listen, the heel has to be a heel. He has to be a coward.
He doesn't have to be that much of a coward, Mike. That's the problem that I have with it. And this guy's name is the Iron King, which you pointed out.
Now allow me to fucking tell you how I would have booked this, and it will literally take me less than about 2 minutes if somebody wants to time me. Go right ahead.
Go ahead.
You have to have the face come out first, have the heel attack him from the back, hit him with a steel chair, start some serious heavy fucking offense. He needs to prove he's the Iron King, have him hit him in the fucking back, hit him right in the back with the goddamn steel chair. Will seriously get him over because it's a crazy good heel tactic and it's worked for years.
Because if you want to keep him as the coward, at least he's a brutal coward.
He's a brutal
coward. What you're saying. Yeah, I would have been fine with that. At least he got offense.
Yes, if you're going to be the coward, heels naturally are cowards because they will do scumbag, cheap ways to fucking win matches because that's how they are. They're heels. They are supposed to be the pussy ways of winning matches.
Yeah, but this was a bit much. This was a bit much, especially when you got a guy like Walter in there.
Yes,
like, and Coffee looks like a bitch compared to Walter. Like, he big booted him out of the ring during the face-off between him and Dunn, and he needed a win badly here, and he needed to look strong to be even in contention, because that would be the next logical choice is Joe Coffey versus Walter. Instead, you completely fucked him over. Now, and that's what aggravated me the most out of this.
Allow me to continue. They get back in the ring. He beats him all the way down to the ring so the match can actually start. The ref gets all the way to a 5 count, and our good friend the Mastodon gets off the fucking ground. The Bomber gets off the ground, my bad, because the Mastodon would have made more sense. Fucking they have their little back and forth. He takes a chair away from him, tosses him outside of the ring because he doesn't need it, because he's the face. He doesn't need a chair in order to beat his opponent down because he has enough skill to deal without it. It gets to the point of, eye thumbing, low blows, cheap fucking tactics because you're a heel. That's your whole gimmick.
I would have been fine with that.
Yes, and then it leads into the point of you have to have them fight on the outside. Have them fight on the outside. Do the table spot if you still want to do the table spot. But you need to do it in such a way where both the heel and the face walk out of it without a singular problem. Then you want to lead into a moment of, hey, both of them are down. They both get to the 8 count. They get back in the ring. Then they go at it a couple more minutes, so that way, you still have enough build.
And then do the turnbuckle spot at the end.
And do the turnbuckle spot at the end. That's all you needed to do. No, instead we're going to do this fucking stupid bullshit. I kicked the crate away, even though you were on your fucking feet.
And you know what you could have done to finish it? He could have used the Vader bomb as well from the second rope and used the metal part of the turnbuckle that he ripped off with the Irish whip to put Joe Coffey, either Joe Coffey could be put down to the Mastiff wins, or Coffey could roll out of the way and then he hits his finish on the metal part of the turnbuckle, and that's how he wins for the 10 count. That's still perfect.
But that's the whole thing, is that's not what happened at all.
Nope.
They break the ring about 40 in less than 45 fucking seconds in a match. They're already Triple H'ing it by going, fuck it, let's just leave the ring.
Yeah.
We've done everything we could in here. We're gonna leave the ring. It's like, are you out of your fucking mind? There's a match going on. Hit a couple suplexes. Do a DDT. Fucking pop out the bio driver.
Instead of German suplex, belly to belly suplex, capture suplex, and just suplex city, but with Dave Mastiff. There's carbon copy Brock Lesnar. That's what they did here. If this was booked, and this is what I hate about these fanboys. And I love NXT. I've loved every single takeover that they've ever done. If I'm saying it's bad, it's bad. And you have these fanboys that are giving this A+ show after two horrible matches in a row.
It's not.
I am putting this right here, right now. Right fucking now. When you do this kind of shit, this is what turns people off. And you put this on the main roster, they'd be crucified for it. Rightfully so. But when it's an NXT UK, it's fine. Fuck you.
Okay.
Fuck you lot. Chat and shit.
I'll at least say this. As a last man standing match, which I've always said the last man standing match should only be for, honestly, it should be a hardcore specific style anyway. You don't want to have big guys in a last man standing match. You want athletic fucking non-stop goers, so that way it makes more sense and it's a last man standing, because you can do some crazy reversal technique in order to make it look good. This did not
here's the problem. These guys actually can do that. They were not given the opportunity to show that because fuck whoever aged in this match.
Yeah, this match, honestly, I hate to say it, and I don't want to be that guy. When it comes to a big hoss match, this might be my least favorite, or at least the worst big hoss match I've seen in about 10 years.
Yeah, no, it was terrible. It was.
If anybody goes, but what about Big Show and Kane having their fucking? It's like, but Big Show and Kane, you know exactly what you're getting. You fucking know that they're old.
I expected more here. That's the problem.
Because they're in their youth, they're in their prime still.
And this was booked like it was a Taker and Big Show match, or a Kane and Big Show match.
Yes, it was booked. Listen, you can have a slow match. I love slow matches. I think slow matches work a lot because it allows you to do some really good storytelling. But this is not one of them.
You didn't need to do it here. End of story. And again, this gets worse. It doesn't even get better. It gets worse. Because then we have
better. You're dead wrong.
Yeah. And here's the thing. We thought it actually was starting to get better because the women's title match, even though the feud buildup was absolutely abysmal, the match was starting to go good. But then they did something. And I'm gonna leave it here, and then we're just gonna move on because I really don't want to spend any more time on this match, for this one reason. Do you know what they had the champion do in a rest hold, in a submission? She cried. Oh, poor Tony Storm. She cried because she's getting
she didn't
her
just
ring.
James, she didn't just cry. She was wailing and moaning like her acting depended more than her fighting.
I hated that.
When did wrestling become a Netflix series?
And
Well,
guess
I don't know.
When did this outlaw fucking style media, this outlaw style of entertainment, become a weekly fucking attention grabber
yeah.
for no reason? Let me explain one quick thing about this match. In case if you want to see a better women's match, trust me, they exist. And we're gonna be reviewing a better women's match to begin with anyway, very very soon down the line. But you do not have your fucking champion in tears unless it's a emotional one-on-one. We've trained in the same school. I can't believe that I'm at this point in my career where it's down to this point. One of them's heel, one of them's
not
face.
gender exclusive either.
Or unless
This
it's a
applies for
career
any
versus
gender.
career match, which
One of my
sometimes
favorite
that's
matches
always
of all
get a
time.
tearjerker match.
And
One
I
of
mentioned
the most emotional matches of all time is Shawn Michaels and fucking Ric Flair.
because of that ending, and it was amazing.
That ending
And
was
for the
tearful.
record,
It was emotional.
and for the record, there have been instances where a woman has cried and it actually makes sense. For example, Lita hit a concerto on Trish Stratus, and she sold it by crying because she just got her head caved in by a steel chair. I can believe that. That shit would probably hurt if you've never been through that kind of excruciating pain before. This was a fucking rest hold, dude. This was a submission. That's all I have to say. I don't care whatever happened in the match, except for the finish, which was equally as stupid because they say it was a gory bomb on the ropes. Or no, I'm sorry. They said it was a widow's peak on the ropes for Kaylee Ray's finish. No,
It's
it was a
Glam
gory
Slam.
bomb. It was a fucking gory bomb. No. Because Grand Slam is the front. This was a full-on gory bomb. This was gory bomb. Full on. So she hits a gory bomb. That's her finish, I guess. And they're calling it the Widow's Peak, even though it's not the Widow's Peak, because I guess they're afraid of a broken neck because of, what that freak accident that happened with Samoa Joe and Tyson Kidd all those fucking years ago. So now they're afraid of any neck moves, even though they banned the fucking unbanned the Canadian Destroyer. But yeah, she hits that.
I can't wait till the next one's the pile driver.
Great. She wins the belt of a fucking champion that no one could take seriously halfway through the match. Good job, guys. Good job.
I'm losing my friend. I'm losing my champion. I hope my Netflix series gets pushed through.
As
Do
you
you
can tell,
like my acting?
you know what I wish I could do on Skype right now? I wish I could just go into Casey's face and see the absolute disinterest look on his face. That man does not seem to care about this show, nor do I blame him, nor do I blame anybody else that actually has this reaction. You know why? Because it's fucking genuine, not fake ass bullshit markdom. Like you fucking people giving this an A plus ranking, chatting shit about how great this show was.
This sucked. This match was fucking terrible and had no build.
This match was horrible all around.
This match was fucking WCW quality. I'm talking about 2000 WCW quality.
Now,
it was fucking abysmal.
Now, here is the one saving grace, and I can confidently say that. However, to confidently say that, and this is attributed to the fucking show, by the way, I had to watch this match by itself without the bad taste of the pay-per-view clouding my judgment. Walter versus Tyler Bate.
It's a good match. It was
a simple story. It was a simple story told beautifully. Tyler Bate loves wrestling, but he loves it in his vision. He wants to be an entertainer. He wants to entertain the people. He's the ultimate babyface. He's adored by the Cardiff crowd. He's adored by the NXT UK crowd. That's his vision of NXT UK, to be a showman. Walter comes in and he's a pro wrestler. That ring is sacred, and if you're going to make fun of it and take it as a joke, tough shit. Get out of my ring. It was such a beautiful contrast of styles that complemented well with the strength of the surprising strength of Tyler Bate, lifting and striking Walter, wobbling him to a knee until Walter ended up getting him into a power bomb and almost completely caved his head into the turnbuckle. That was not safe. I think that was a botch, but it looked really cool, and it made the match all that more dangerous when he just did more power moves after more power moves after more power moves after more power moves. He was decimating him, and every move looked like it hurt. And people were silent, not because they were hating it. They were booing audibly, but they were paying attention to every single move that Walter was doing, especially the chops. Oh my God. Ric Flair, dude, your chop has been beaten by Walter. And that's not the only move he is topped, by the way. We'll get to that later. But yeah, he's just a fucking machine in that ring, man. Like, I knew Walter was good. I've heard a lot about Walter. I did not know he was this good. And when it was time for him to sell for Tyler Bates' comeback, he sold like nobody's business. This guy was getting, like, I could not believe the strength of Tyler Bate. I couldn't believe some of the stuff he was pulling off on this guy. I couldn't believe half of what he fucking did. This was amazing. From top to bottom, great. Fantastic. This was the best match ever that they put on this NXT UK brand. No question about it. This was wonderful. This was such a wonderful match. And here's the thing that topped it off for me, because Tyler Bate was kicking out because he was fighting for the pride of his brand, for the pride of UK. He didn't want Walter to change it into this fucked up image, which I loved. And then what ended up knocking him clean out for the fucking count, after a splash, after his power bomb, after everything that this guy was hitting on him and that he kept kicking out of, was the most devastating clothesline from hell I've ever seen in my goddamn life. He puts JBL to shame with this clothesline. And JBL has a really good clothesline. So that's saying a lot. This guy completely trumps it by like tenfold. And that knocks him out and pins him. Wonderful. I love this match. This was like, if it wasn't for Shawn and Cody, this was like my favorite match of the weekend.
I'd have to disagree. I think it was a very good match. I think it was very technical, very, very star. It's definitely a star-making match.
And but story-driven.
I'm not gonna put it on a pedestal of athletic interest, if you will. It's a very good pace. It's a very well-paced match. I won't deny that, and I won't deny the athletes that are in the ring doing their job, because they definitely entertained, and I was entertained throughout the whole course of the match. But I'm not gonna sit there and say that it's the best match of the weekend that we had to see.
It wasn't the best. I said it was like second best. It was the best main event, I think.
That high. I think it was very good. I think that they had a very good match. It's just their personalities. Didn't know too much about them going into it, so I can't really make a true judgment. But what I can say is, when it comes to how they presented in ring, it was very interesting, very well put together. But I want to see more of them doing their correct work. But I have one minor complaint about the match.
Which is?
This match has an issue of dragging to an extent.
Yeah, I see what you mean there.
This match had a little bit of a drag to it, where if it ended like 2 minutes earlier, I would have agreed, fucking best match I've seen the whole weekend. But I'm like,
I was fine with it only because of the match prior to it, and if that got the extra time, no thanks. To be
no, I know. I'm not
honest.
saying that. I'm saying that this is like the one match that, because it went the length that it did, I think it kind of took away from the impact of what was going on, to an extent. If let me ask you this: if he had that fucking clothesline from hell, right after an incredible comeback, landing his opponent on his ass, would that have given him more impact than just you could feel that the end is coming? Because I'd rather have those endings where you're like, holy fuck.
I still went holy fuck because of I'd never seen him do a clothesline before. I think that was the first time Walter unveiled it, and it was like the best clothesline I've seen in a long time. It might be the best.
As I said, I'm just putting it in comparison to what else we saw this whole weekend. But what I will say is one really important thing about it, which is really simple. These guys, I want to see more of. I hope that they continue having incredible feuds, but I would not put it up on I'm not going to give it a 5. It is definitely not a 5-star match.
To me, it's like a 4-star. 4-star.
I'd say it's a good 4-star match. I think that they had a very good back and forth.
I can't even give it 4 stars.
Really?
So for you, it's like 3.5.
Really?
3 1/4.
3 1/4.
And I will tell you why.
Go for it.
Because I have seen this match done infinitely better, not once, but twice.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I have now that Casey's saying I'm gonna have to agree with the score on his end.
And I can't even believe I have to say this. Both of those occasions, actually, wait, all 3 of those occasions, because I just remembered a third one that was done way better. All 3 of those matches involved John fucking Cena.
Oh God, he's right.
I don't agree with that actually.
Then go back and watch John Cena versus Kurt Angle, John Cena versus Randy Orton for an hour, and John Cena versus AJ Styles.
Well, that was not at the that's one thing if you're looking at it from a match angle, and I can see where you're coming from then, but this was different. This was not like Tyler Bates, no John Cena, and Walter is no AJ Styles. But what I'm saying is
that's the comparison he's making. He's saying based upon match pace and what was going on during the match, that it is pretty much a Cena style match.
And specifically, you mentioned Walter being the serious pro wrestler aiming to make an example of Tyler Bate, the guy who just took it as a joke.
That's straight up Kurt Angle versus
that is straight up Cena's debut match.
No, that's not what I meant by he's taking it as a joke. What I mean by he's wanting to be entertaining and a showman was that was his vision of like NXT. He's a serious competitor when he gets in between those ropes, but he's not so comical to the point of like, Kofi Kingston throwing pancakes in the middle of a serious feud, kind of fucking comical. Maybe again, it's at this point I can't even argue it and I can't even defend it. And here's why: you would have to literally watch weekly NXT UK television before this fucking abysmal show to actually understand why this match was so great, because the build fit the match and the match kind of fit the build with the story, and that's why everybody is critically giving this so much praise, as they should. But I could see from a perspective, if you had not seen the storyline, you can't really give it that high of a rating.
I will say one thing, and I think it's kind of an important something. Thank you, Casey, for bringing it up. I have seen this match before, and I've saw it on AEW.
Well, with who? There wasn't really a David Goliath match, really.
I'm not saying David versus Goliath, but if you're talking about match pacing and the young up and comer versus the gritty
Jericho and Page.
Incorrect. I'm gonna say Cody Rhodes versus Darby Allin, because that's the exact same fucking match.
Well, yeah, but that one went to a draw.
Yeah, that went to a draw, which I'm fine with. But I'm
Yeah,
saying when it comes to feeling, it's literally the same fucking match.
Well, yeah, but
because nobody expected Darby Allin to do what he did.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, because Darby Allin's a freaking nutbag.
Now, James, don't get me wrong. If you got something out of this match, more power to you. Just not for me. And I love me some Walter, but
yeah, you have to. I think the problem is people have to watch the story, and after this, no one should have to watch the story, because other than this match, this show was shit. This show was horrid. And I still gave it an F.
Trash.
I still gave it an F. I gave it a full-on F grade. It was terrible. And we're not even going to go into this anymore, but, you know, whatever. You would have to literally, if you watch the promo package and try to digest that, I think you could appreciate it more. Again, I think the problem is everybody has to go back and watch this match by itself and not have the bad taste of that crap show, because that's what I had to do. Because originally I was going to rate it like a 4, like Nikos, and then I had to watch it back.
Yeah.
I mean, it helps. It helps that I followed the story as well. But
I will say my final score, now that Casey kind of does bring it up a little bit, I'm gonna have to give it a 3.5, because I have seen this format more than once.
Yeah,
The little guy fighting the bigger, more impressive opponent, and the little guy doing as much as he possibly can, and it's been done better.
not to mention the entertainer versus the this is my ring, and if you don't do it my way, get the fuck out, or I will throw you out.
Yeah, that's basically it.
like, well, still, I don't mind that finish. The way they did it, I think, was the best way to do it. If you watch the and follow the story.
You're not wrong there, and I do like their clothesline from hell. It's a brutal clothesline, but
the problem is, I think it's just no matter what, it's a bad show, and even if the main event's awesome, it's going to immediately drag the main event down. And that's the sad truth of the matter, because at the end of the day, if you fuck off with new viewers, they're not going to give it a good rating. There you go. Good job, NXT, and we'll see you next takeover if we'll even give you another chance. I might, they might not, and they shouldn't have to.
Mainline NXT, I will absolutely give another chance. I'm very much looking forward to the second War Games takeover.
Oh yes, third. It's actually third.
Yeah,
it's third War Games. I'm actually excited because I think they're doing a winner take all too.
I'll be there for that. Absolutely. Well, not there personally, but I will.
Well, yeah, we'll watch that because
I will gladly watch that.
It's War Games.
Yeah, absolutely. I will gladly watch that.
Well, yeah, no. This UK, you need to get your shit together
as
because
a standalone main event match, incredible. I would have to give it a 4-star rating, but because of just how fucking terrible the pay-per-view felt, I have to give it a lower score because of that.
Okay, so this is all. You can say no. You can say no. You can say no if you want to say no. I'm not going to force you guys to do anything, specifically for all three of you. Would you give this another chance if you watch the match back and see what your score is then?
I already watched.
You talking about the match itself, the main event?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
but
probably.
I already did. That's why it's a 4.
Yeah.
All right, for you it might be a 4. Could you watch it again, Casey, without the rest of the pay-per-view? And Nico, same with you. I'll send you the match.
Yeah. That will probably have to wait. Actually, you know what?
We'll do it for the next episode.
That and James, you're coming over my place tomorrow afternoon anyway, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So I'll show you then.
Yeah, we'll just do it then before we start.
And Nikos, I could just send you I could send you the match if I could find it somewhere. And then you can watch it, since we already watched it and paid for it, really. Well, we didn't pay for it, but we paid Chris to watch it.
Yeah.
That being said.
Thank you.
Should we move on to the other 2 shows or to the other news items?
We will get to the other 2 shows, and we'll be quick with them. We'll be quick with the New Japan one, and just because we don't know so much about them, because yes, we are the Indy Force, but we are also New Japan. And we are going to give this is a company I'm willing to give another chance to, by the way.
Absolutely.
Because I'd rather have crappy technical issues than a crappy booking.
Yeah. Anything.
Yeah.
As bad as Fight
Anything.
TV was, it was still a really good show because I could tell the action was really good. I could tell the crowd was on, and I really enjoyed it, even if the audio was a little bit lagging.
Yeah,
I
could tell the company was trying.
Yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Royal
This show
Quest
you had a really good 6-man tag opener. You had really good multiple tag matches, especially when you were building to which they're building to Jay White and Tetsuya Naito. I can't wait for that one.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
That's gonna be really good.
But Punky 3K looked pretty good too.
Roppongi 3K looked really good, and they got the win against the Young Lions. You had a bunch of different
The sleeper hit in terms of performers for Royal Quest, at least in my view, Aussie Open, 100%.
Aussie Open versus GOD was awesome. That was such a great
Incredible.
match. I really enjoyed it.
Aussie Open really impressed me. I'm very much looking forward to seeing where their careers go from here.
Another sleeper too because of the finish, and I didn't expect it, was Tanahashi versus Zack Sabre Jr. That was nuts.
That was a clinic. But then again, it's Zack Sabre Jr. You're going to get a clinic no matter what whenever he steps into the ring.
It's Zack Sabre Jr. And
now, this is nothing against Tanahashi, but I've never really known him to be a technical master. So I really have to assume that this was Zack Sabre Jr.'s match in terms of who was calling it and / agenting it. But he made Tanahashi look like $1 million in this match.
Yeah, and we got to remember, guys, like Tanahashi's like working hurt right now, and he's their Rev Pro champ. Like, this guy's a trooper for going on as long as he's going for it. And I commend it.
And isn't he coming up on the backside of 40?
I think so, yeah. Hopefully, I mean, if he could get this freaking injury fixed up, he could go for like another 10 years. I'm afraid if he keeps wrestling as long as he does on this bad arm, I'm afraid it's gonna get even worse.
Yeah,
he might not have that much long here.
I'm scared he's gonna turn into Stone Cold Steve Austin as far as injuries go.
Yeah, like Tanahashi, honest to God, man, like drop it to somebody in Rev Pro and get that shit fixed, please. And by the way, speaking of Rev Pro, we will get to that soon. The controversy that happened, but then the main event happened. Minoru Suzuki.
You know what?
Versus
we skipped the match. Actually, we skipped a couple matches, but this is the only one that I remember well enough to talk about.
Yeah, go for it.
Kenta versus Tomohiro Ishii.
Oh, that was so good too. How did I forget about that?
Nice match.
You know why I forgot about that? Okay, there is a bit of a rant on New Japan. This is the only thing. It's not enough for me not to give them a chance, but it's enough for me to say, what the fuck are you doing? Stop doing headbutts, legit headbutts, please.
Like, if you're gonna,
because Kenta was operating on a concussion.
Keep doing headbutts.
No. This is not even funny or a joking matter when I say this, dude. He hit him so hard, Kenta gave himself a fucking concussion because
that's fucking hilarious.
It's not. I don't think
it's really funny.
You know why? Yeah, go watch Shibata and Okada and tell me how hilarious that sound was.
I'm not saying the sound.
Not to mention, is Chris Benoit ring a bell?
Yes, exactly. We've already been through this with Chris Benoit. We already been through the heartbreak of Shibata having to retire early when he was on his way to becoming IWGP champion and had to retire before he could even have that crowning moment. We've already had these heartbreaks. We don't need any more. Stop, Japan, for the love of God. And that goes for any Japan wrestling company. Stop doing real headbutts.
Not even Japan.
It's okay to fake a headbutt.
This goes for all wrestling companies. Japan, USA, wherever. This goes for all wrestling companies.
Stop it.
I will admit the situation though is fucking funny if you just take it as it. He headbutted his opponent so hard he gave.
You would actually have to watch to realize. Like, you would have to hear the sound too and the way.
I was with you in the room when you watched it.
It was just not fun.
We watched it on mute though.
True, but that's the whole thing is fucking. We still watched it, and we watched it happen. And I'll say this: I know I have a sick sense of humor to an extent,
Dude,
but I will admit,
what the fuck?
But I'm just saying that it sounds hilarious when you say he headbutted the guy so hard that he gave himself a concussion.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Or no, I don't know how it happened, but somebody headbutted somebody, and Kenta ended up with a concussion. That's how I know it happened.
It's still
And it was not okay.
It's just the fucking fact that somebody headbutted somebody so hard that they gave him a concussion. I don't know why, but it's just the wording on it is fucking funny to me, and I don't know why. I think it's a hilarious concept. Because it's
you know what the other match was? I'm sorry, there was one match. It was I think it was El Phantasmo and Tomohiro Ishii versus
El Phantasmo and it was what's his name? Naito and Sonata versus El Phantasmo and
Tomohiro Ishii.
Tomohiro Ishii.
I think so.
No, Ishii was fighting Kenta.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I don't remember. It was the Bullet Club fighting those guys. It was fighting Naito and Sonata.
Bullet Club versus Los Ingobernables de Japan. Yeah, Japón. Excuse me.
Well, I thought Sonata was a part of the Chaos faction. Now was he a part of that faction with Naito?
He might still be with Chaos. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the build, but
I know for a fact. I can't wait for Sonata versus Okada.
It's gonna be amazing.
But yeah, I'm gonna just go right to the main event because I can't remember every match. Just go watch it for yourself if you want to see a really good pay-per-view. Watch this over Cardiff is what I'm saying. Minoru Suzuki versus Kazuchika Okada is everything you want in the main event.
And more.
This match was really, 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 really good. I love this match. I loved everything about it. I love the little mannerisms of Suzuki throughout this match. I love how strong they were and how they made it look stiff, but they didn't actually hit each other. That's a key point. They didn't actually destroy each other, and they made everything look crisp. Everything looked like a struggle and a fight. And I really like this match. I could go for spot, but if I do, we're going to be here all day. I will go over...
Listen, it's on Daily Motion if you can't afford for the fucking pay-per-view, or if you're like, you know what, I might as well.
I would say try to afford for the pay-per-view if you can, honest to God, because this show was actually a really good show.
Worst comes to worst, sub to New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, because that's actually pretty cheap monthly.
Yeah,
but
nowadays with the conversion rate, I think it's like $15 a month.
Yeah,
which is not bad.
But regardless. The ending spot is Okada ends up reversing the Gotch pile driver attempt by Minoru Suzuki, and he ends up getting him into his own tombstone and hits the twisting tombstone, setting him up for the Rainmaker clothesline, which ends up getting him the win and retaining his IWGP title.
And can I just say, Kazuchika Okada is hilarious speaking English?
Yes. I mean, obviously the crowd.
That was a very, very good match. I liked it.
And by the way, if you
dude, at least he was trying.
Yeah, absolutely. Okada, you get an A+ for effort, but God, you work on your dialect.
You get a C- for that. Your voice does not translate well into English.
Yeah, just keep really speaking Japanese, bro. We'll get a translator or somebody. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, regardless,
I'll go back.
Sonata comes out. He challenges Okada for the next pay-per-view for the IWGP title.
More on the lines of Okada actually challenges him.
Which I'm fine with.
Yep. And Sonata says, you know what? You want me? Let's put the title on the line. Okada says, okay.
I love him. I love Okada when he speaks English. But you'll notice two things. I want you, if you guys want to see anything from Cardiff, watch this show and watch how the crowd is reacting throughout all of the show compared to Cardiff.
Yeah.
Because England's too fucking nice and they don't want to boo. But over in Royal Quest, they cheered genuinely for everything and they loved everything. I rest my case. Now we move on.
That happened on the same day, if I remember correctly.
Yep, same day.
Yes. Royal Quest started, I believe, at 10 a.m. our time.
12. No, I wish it was 10 a.m., but it started at 12:30 our time. And it was going into the beginning of Cardiff, so there's no way we were going to watch. There was no way we were going to watch it, although I wish we did watch that over this.
Yeah.
Over that abysmal piece of crap live. That being said,
well, if I'm ever able to host Indy Force watchings at my place, I know what two brands I'll be paying for.
Yep. Bye NXT UK.
Of course, we have to push the greatest champion of them all if we ever decide to watch ICW.
Yeah, but before
is Mr.
Great, I know. Great, we have no time to goof. We can't done. No, we don't. You said you wanted to get this done in 2 hours. Let's get it done. We got All Out. Now All Out we're gonna spend a little bit of time on because this show was awesome.
Well, All Out, we should probably just skim through the bye because the bye was exactly.
I actually liked the bye because the Battle Royal surprised me. I won't go too quick.
I'm saying the Battle Royal that we can I'm not saying skim over. I'm saying we could go through really quick because it's fucking nothing.
No,
the Battle Royal was.
I thought it was meaningful.
Because what I'm saying is, it's a Battle Royal. It's a skirmish match to begin.
All right. The beginning match is a skirmish. However, it was still entertaining because there was a lot of really good spots in the match. I was actually surprised with the light break.
There was. But when you get down to it, it was just a how many were there? 20, 21 grand total?
Well, yeah, but there's still some spots I want to highlight. I'm
talking about competitors. How many were in
there was like 21 competitors, yeah.
Okay. So, at the end of the day, it was just a 21-woman battle royal to crown one of the number one contenders for the AEW women's title. That's really all you had here.
Well, still, I think there was still some fun moments in this still. Because
seeing Tenille Dashwood come out was great. And then who was the wild card?
The Joker was Mercedes Martinez, who I thought was still under contract with WWE. So that was a huge shock. Not only that, but you also had Leva Bates, who was the librarian chick, actually surprised me because she actually found a way to make the books work in the match to not get herself eliminated, and I found that hilarious for some reason. So that was fun. Awesome Khan looked good as she always does. Nyla Rose was a beast. This was a highlight of her career so far.
Damn.
And
representing the LGBTQ community. Keep it up.
Legit. Honestly, like, this is awesome to like see that, and they don't have to like full on say it either. But yeah, this match was just fun to watch, just because there were so many cool moments. Bea Priestley and Britt Baker having a brawl was a really cool moment. The only real bad moment was when Sadie Gibbs no-sold Bea Priestley's offense because she was like, fuck you, and I guess they have beef. Do business right or get the fuck out. And by the way, if you notice, Sadie Gibbs will not be getting signed by AEW because she did not do business properly. You fucking mook. Anyway. Yeah, this match was good. Nyla Rose won. It came down to Mercedes, Bea Priestley, Britt Baker, and Nyla Rose, which actually made sense. I really liked this Final Four. Mercedes was eliminated first.
I'm not going to lie. Mike and I were really hoping for Gail Kim.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, you were.
And then
my Asian queen. No, you did not appear for me.
You had and then you had Britt Baker, or no, it was Bea Priestley get eliminated by Britt Baker, but then Baker pulls her arm like Hulk Hogan did in '92. Only here's the difference. Here's the difference, everybody. Here's a novel concept. When you do this finish, Bea Priestley's a heel, and Britt Baker's the babyface, and Nyla Rose, who eliminated her, is the heel. So guess what? The heel helped the other heel win out of spite for the babyface eliminating her. Great. Nyla Rose wins. She'll be going on to October 2nd, I believe. For their debut television.
In not the DCU Center. They're going to Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
The Capital One Arena, I think it is.
Yeah, Capital One. Then we go on to the
wallet.
Then we go on to the private party versus we go on to the private party versus
Jack and Angelico.
Yeah, Jack Evans and Angelico. this match was really, really fun.
Dude,
It's just balls to the wall.
This is a match between, on surface level, two joke tag teams. This match had no business being anywhere near as good as it was.
It was, well, I mean, I don't think it was even a joke tag team because
I'm saying
Party aren't really a joke. They're just
I'm saying at surface level. Like it, if you're just looking at them at a glance, they kind of come across as a joke tag team. But once you start paying enough attention to their ring work, the joke goes right out the window.
Jack Evans looked awesome in this match, and then Helico really did too, and they had some awesome spots in this. I mean, Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassidy, they tore the house down with some of their offense, and so did and Helico and Jack Evans. I highly encourage you to get this match watched. It's on the buy-in. It's on their YouTube channel. The finish came when they hit their finish. I honestly don't remember what it was called, but I remember how sick it was. And they ended up pinning Jack Evans, and then they hug Private Party and they give the handshake, all that. And then once the baby faces are turned away, they attack him from behind, and Jack Evans and Angelico turn on Private Party because they're 3-0 or 0-3 and they're frustrated. And I really, really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the heel turn. I didn't expect it, and that's what makes me like the buy-in as opposed to WWE's kickoff panels, because I actually care about this, because they're actually building to their television later down the line with this, and it actually means something in canon.
If anything, I was expecting Private Party to turn.
So this was great.
Same.
Great.
Who predicted that they'd win, but was wrong.
I assume you're not going to be on camera anymore, Nikos.
Yeah, I'm not.
Fair enough. Okay. Then we get on to the main show.
He wants to ride his meat bicycle.
Whatever.
And on that note, good night, everybody.
We get to the opening shot of the, I don't remember who it was. I wish I know their names. I feel kind of bad, but they did an awesome job singing the national anthem.
I think it was a local choir.
I think so. And this was I think this is such a well done national anthem. It's best I heard in years, honestly. It wasn't over the top, but it was just right, and it was a really nice melody.
Guess what? They sang it, and they didn't have to add bullshit to it in order to make it sound good. They just sang it normally.
Yeah, and they also had pyro.
You mean that thing that WWE can't afford for some fucking reason?
Yes.
Because they keep
pyro
corners.
Pyro, $10
red, white, and blue pyro. Red, white, and blue pyro. It was fun.
They had the Kurt Angle. They had the Kurt Angle pyro, basically.
And everyone's like, yeah, and everybody thought Kurt Angle was going to come out, but no.
I was all ready to start going, you suck.
They opened with the hype package where they use "I Prevail" headline, which was used at a Takeover Toronto show from way back in the day. So that shows you their mean business here, that they pay for the rights for WWE's own song that they used, and they used it for their show. And then it goes into Jim Ross hyping up everybody, getting everybody ready to go. Actually, before we even go with that, I completely forgot about this in the review on the rundown. Wardlow, that promo package for Wardlow. I'm really looking forward to what he could do.
The debuting superstar.
Yeah, the gigantic looking one. Yeah.
Yeah, that had the rooftop fight.
Yeah, that was cool. I like the production on that.
That was pretty sick.
So, thumbs up on that. AEW, keep doing what you're doing in the production field. What?
That was just funny. The gigantic looking one.
I mean, he was. I mean, am I wrong? He was a buff dude, man. But anyway, yeah. So now we get on to the actual pay-per-view. And SCU come out, they hype up the crowd. It's SCU. You know what an SCU promo is. But if you were to tell me that this was going to happen, I would have thought you were nuts. Out comes Jungle Boy with Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt, they're called Jurassic Express. I marked out so bad when I saw this name. I'm like, you guys know how to name your tag teams, and I love it.
All I could think was this: where are my fucking royalties, motherfucker?
He didn't actually. He just hated on Marco Stunt because he thought he was too small, but otherwise he did not mind the name. So that's good.
Which one of you motherfuckers is going to be bringing back the Midnight Express, the greatest fucking tag team in history? There's no
Actually, while you're on the Midnight Express, according to James, I apparently need to see a nowadays. Who was it that was pulling out?
Rock and Roll Express. It's freaking Ricky Morton pulling Canadian destroyers like he's fucking 30 years old, and this dude's like 67, I think. It's nutty. It's fucking weird. And he does it well, too, by the way. Nobody's helping him. I mean, they are helping him because it's a double-person move, but he's doing it like he hasn't lost a step. Like he gained 5 steps. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck, Morty? What are you doing?
Did Ricky Morton find the Fountain of Youth?
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so yeah, this match was awesome between the 6-man tag match was such a hot opener. The crowd loved, and when I mean they loved the Jurassic Express. Loved them.
Dude, Luchasaurus is over like
so
over.
Did we? He was fucking amazing. That team was just awesome.
This team was great. Even though they didn't win, they looked strong in defeat, and the way they made him look strong in defeat, and this is why I like Marco Stunt in this team, is they did a double BME, which is the best Meltzer ever. But it's a BME, best moonsault ever, into a tombstone pile driver on both Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt. Marco Stunt was the legal man that they pinned to win the match, and then they all shook hands and hugged, and that was it. And I love this match. Great opener.
Great show of respect from veterans to up-and-comers.
Loved
Absolutely.
it.
Mm-hmm.
This was fun.
Although, remind me who the third member of SCU is? It's Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and who?
Scorpio Sky.
Thank you. How long has Scorpio Sky been in the business?
He's been in the business for a long while now, since Daniels recruited him into SCU back in Ring of Honor.
Really?
So, yeah.
I don't remember seeing him at Best in the World, but
he still did. They were with them, trust me. But anyway, continue. Continuing with the next match, which I was shocked that this was second on the card. Kenny Omega versus Pac, or Pac as they're calling him. I'm just gonna call him Pac because it's easier.
Listen, Golden Boy, you're a far better commentator than Alex Marvez, but work on your friggin' pronunciations.
Well, apparently, his name is supposed to be Pac, but I'm calling him Pac.
It doesn't. What does it matter? He's a bastard. That's all that matters.
That's great. Anyway, with that being said,
he's one Pac.
This match was so great. This was a 5-star in the second match of the card. These guys were doing moves so close to the barricade. I got scared for them at one point because the barricade was way too close to the ring, but it actually added to the danger. And they thought on their feet because they actually worked that into the match. They actually worked on those body parts.
Didn't Omega legitimately neck himself at one point?
No, he just hit his ankle really hard off of a tope con hilo.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then frickin' Pac would do the same thing with a frickin' moonsault and smash his ankle. I thought he broke it again. Honest to God, I thought he broke it again. So guys, get your barricades ready, please. Don't do that no more. Get them a little bit farther away, please.
No. Fuck you.
Bring him closer.
But then
I want the fans to be able to touch the ropes.
I mean,
you almost can if you go to a top rope show.
Neville or Neville, if you don't know who Pac is, he's Neville. Neville just proves
Adrian Neville.
How good he is as a performer.
I don't know, Casey,
hits some of these strikes.
Casey, remember, he was Adrian Neville.
Yeah, that's what I said.
He was just Neville because WWE's fucking lazy.
Yeah. No, they wanted to get rid of one name. Whatever. Anyway, Pac is just great with his strikes, and so is Kenny Omega. That V-trigger, he hits it every time. He looks like he kills the dude. It's such a great move. Kenny Omega tries to go for the one-winged angel, but then, and doesn't succeed. Pac tries to go for the black arrow now. It's known that it's the black arrow instead of the red arrow. That's how they got around with that. That didn't work. And then Omega tries to go for the
self-conviction.
Yeah, exactly right. Then Omega tries to go for the one-winged angel, and these guys, it was great the way they finished this off because he hit a new finishing submission, which passed out Omega for Neville to get the shock win.
We all were shocked from that.
I was shocked, and I was like, "Fine."
Even Nikos, even you were shocked, and you picked Pac to win.
Yeah, that was just like a 1 in a million chance.
And he passed Omega out with, wasn't it AJ Lee's old finisher?
Yeah, basically. It was like adapted, I think, a little bit. This match was awesome. I think we all rated it 5 stars. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but if we go over all of our ratings, we're going to be short on time. But
I definitely gave it a 5.
This was such a good match. I encourage everybody to watch this match. Buy the pay-per-view, watch this match. It's so good. Watch the whole show.
Card.
It's great. Anyway, that being said, we get to the next match, which I thought they were going to have a hard time following this, but it turns out it's the Cracker Barrel clash between Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, and Joey Janela. Now, here's my opinion on this.
But now I want chicken.
It is a 3-star match, but it is the funnest 3-star match I've ever seen in my life. This was just fun.
This match is fucking hilarious.
It was
for all the worst reasons.
It wasn't even hilarious. It was hilarious in the fact that there was so much pain that I cringed, and everyone was laughing at my cringe because of the paper cut spots and the thumbtack spots and the fucking just some of these goddamn spots are just why.
And I thought we did it bad with Marty Scurll.
You had at one point, for some reason, Jimmy Havoc gets a fucking staple gun and staples himself, showing how insane he is. And the crowd starts chanting. Yeah, and then the crowd chanted, "You sick fuck." They then taped Jimmy Havoc onto a chair, and Darby Allin poured thumbtacks into his mouth while Joey Janela duct taped his mouth shut. I'm like, and then it just got worse, and it just kept getting worse for whatever reason.
Hey James, stop for a second. Everybody, with that description in your head, have fun eating for the next couple days.
Yeah, right. And then you had Joey Janela just taking the weirdest, like he took the sickest bump because Jimmy Havoc apparently moves out of the way off camera because Joey Janela is trying to go for a moonsault, and then because Jimmy Havoc scoots out of the way, splat. And I'm like, oh God, that hurts, but that's also hilarious.
James, get it correct. He did not go for a moonsault. He went for a coffin drop. Oh wait, I'm thinking of Darby Allin.
Oh, that's Darby Allin. We'll talk
wait,
about.
Hold up.
We'll talk about
you guys are forgetting one thing though. Darby Allin pulls out a skateboard.
Oh my God, the skateboard spot was amazing. I love the spot actually. It sucked though to actually see the skateboard spot.
It was fucking amazing. I thought I was watching fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
And the thing is, the skateboard had thumbtacks on it, and he just put holes in Joey and Jimmy, or I don't remember which, but it was one of the two, and it looked brutal.
I think it was Joey.
And it looked sick.
It wouldn't have looked so good on Jimmy because most of his body's covered.
So
Joey, I believe.
Yeah. So that was brutal.
Yeah.
And then they get the freaking biscuits. A tray of Cracker Barrel biscuits. They empty and then they just smash it on the fucking head. They smash it on the head.
And this is all before the barrels even come into play.
And then the barrels come into the play, and everyone starts chanting, "We want barrels." I never thought barrels would ever get over in wrestling in my life. And I got to the point where I even said, "Do a barrel roll." And they did. Except it wasn't a barrel roll, it was a barrel flop.
It was a barrel smash.
Darby Allin goes for his coffin drop that he never hits. Joey Janela moves out of the way, and then freaking Darby Allin just smashes into the steel steps, and the thing just obliterates, and I thought he was dead. And I'm like, oh, God. And then it's down to Janela and Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc ends up hitting the Acid Rainmaker onto Jimmy Havoc onto the barrel for the 1-2-3, surprising me.
Jimmy Havoc, he hits Jimmy Havoc with the friggin' Acid.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to go fast because we're short on time. Awesome match. It was 3 stars, but it was the funnest 3-star match out of the fucking whole weekend. This was fun. This is just all bits of fun, even if it was cringe. I think we gave this different ratings, but you guys can check out our reactions if you want to actually see our immediate reactions.
That's why the reactions exist.
Which I don't know why you'd want to see those. Aren't reaction channels kind of oversaturated nowadays?
Well, yeah, but in our case, it was different because we didn't actually have the video. Anyway, but that being said, then we get to the Dark Order versus Best Friends, and I thought I was not gonna like this match at all, and I really didn't.
It was okay, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't say it's great. I just say it's okay.
It wasn't great, but I still liked it way better than I expected. I was proven wrong, and I was with Evil Uno. Like, Evil Uno did shit that I didn't think he could do. He did a freaking rolling senton from the top rope, and he got some fucking height on this thing, by the way. Like, you would have thought this dude was a cruiserweight the way he flew through the air for this. Like a graceful Godzilla.
That's a phrase I never thought I'd hear.
Neither did I. Neither did I. I don't even know what I said, but that's how I felt. It's a graceful Godzilla. Anyway.
That's going to be the new hashtag next week, I guarantee you.
Their fatality finish is cool, and that's what they win the match with. We knew Dark Order was winning, but at least Evil Uno proved me wrong, and that alone, I gave it a 3. It was fun. It was fine.
It's like, hey, if he wants to keep proving us wrong,
keep proving me wrong. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Go for it, please.
We can take
please.
it.
I want to be a fan again. Just prove me wrong. Take the critic out of me. I like that. I like that I can be a fan again and just watch it. Then Orange Cassidy comes in, and I'm like, here's where people prove me wrong here.
The best character ever.
And I thought he was gonna oh no, they're gonna have him do the shin kicks and ruin it. No, this dude does a tope suicida with his hands in his pockets. I'm like, I'm sorry, excuse me?
It's like, what?
That's actually impressive. What? I've never seen this. And then they do the freaking snap zoom for what they do with the Rainmaker, but they do it for the Best Friend hug with Orange Cassidy in the middle just looking dead. And then they snap zoom out and the crowd goes nuts for it. I'm like,
is it safe to say that Orange Cassidy is the Brett mentioned of AEW in terms of personality?
Yeah, except he's a little bit more memeish. But still, for some reason he bothered me. Weird thing is, he bothered me so much at the Double or Nothing Battle Royal, but he didn't bother me here. He proved me wrong. I was proven wrong.
Somebody more memeish than me? Challenge fucking accept.
Oh, no, please don't. Please don't. No, we're not doing this tonight. We're not doing this tonight.
You're the one that started it.
I didn't start shit. He started it. He's the one who brought it up. And just
bullshit.
He's actually not wrong. We can go right back now and we can say Casey's saying. So is it safe to say Orange Cassidy's just Brent mentioned? I didn't say it.
He's not wrong, Nikos. I'm the guilty party here.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We're all guilty of the sins of God.
Riho.
What?
Riho? I think that's what people ask when everybody looks at the roster and goes, who the fuck is Riho? Riho?
Riho.
What?
Where? That's a nice lady.
But still, anyway, I'm sorry. As I was saying,
She's a nice lady.
Versus Hiro Kushida, or Kushida, I believe her name is. This match is to determine the other contender for the AEW World Title on October 2nd. This was really, really, really good. This was a really fun women's match. I enjoyed everything that these women did. Kenny Omega's not kidding when they say Joshi wrestlers can really go. He was not kidding here. I enjoyed every bit of this. I gave this I think I gave it a 4 because I really, really enjoyed this. I can't even break the spots down spot for spot. I will say there's a lot of stomps, there's a lot of kicks, there's a lot of punches. It's a typical strong style woman versus strong style woman matchup. Riho won, which shocked me and it shocked a lot of people. I bet against her.
James, do you think Riho is the female version of Luca Lucky?
Oh,
but Japanese?
Stop.
Okay.
Now that wasn't.
Seriously.
Now
Yes.
that was you.
Yeah.
So don't
Look
even
at what
give
you've
him
got.
or me
Look
shit
at
when
what
you're
your
doing the
people
same
have
thing.
done.
Because seriously, it's time to stop.
I plead the fifth. Okay.
Fuck you. You don't plead shit.
You plead guilty is what you plead.
So
Guilty as
anyway.
charged.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
Riho won. I know.
moral of the story: don't you dare sleep on Riho.
Riho versus Nyla Rose. I do think Nyla Rose beating her though. There's no way she can win 3 times in a row. I don't see it, especially against Nyla Rose. It's not a chance.
Not. It's a similar situation with the world title picture, which we'll get into later. The women's division needs a heel champion to start out.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And Nyla Rose also. And I hate the fact that it's even controversial, but because these fucking people that are like, you can't swap genders, whatever the fuck, they're gonna make it controversial. Good. Let's get the publicity, guys. Do the right business decision. That's fine.
Yeah, it's like Eric Bischoff said all that time ago. Controversy creates cash.
Yes, I agree with this. So go with her. That being said, great women's match. I highly recommend people watch it if they've never watched Joshi wrestling before. Here it is on the grand stage. Then
it's good.
Then we get to the match of the night. This is the match of the night.
My God, Cody Rhodes and Shawn Spears.
Yes, from the entrances to the freaking actual match itself, the build to this match
was
felt like a big deal, and you knew whoever was going to win this match was going to be next in line to get the AEW title shot. And you didn't even need to be told that. You just could feel it in the air because of the grudge match, and the magnitude of this was so well done. And by the way, a grudge match done proper. They didn't even wait for the bell to ring. Cody Rhodes ran right down and beat the fuck out of Shawn Spears for what he did to him at Fight for the Ball Fighter Fest. He laid into this dude. He beat the shit out of him all over freaking the arena. And then the bell finally rang, and these two just start brutalizing each other. Cody gets the heat early on, but then Shawn cuts him off at the pass, and there's a long, methodical, slow dissecting of Cody. Pro Wrestling 101. And then, and MJF is, by the way, is his partner. He chose MJF to be his manager, which I love that they're teasing the turn on Cody. Because, yes, MJF is a heel, and everyone's like, why is the heel helping the babyface? He's the kiss-ass heel, and I think that's such a unique concept. It has never been done before the way these guys have done it. Not the way. Don't even try to discredit this, Mike. There's no way that they put it.
I'm just saying it's been done before.
It's not been done to this degree. No fucking way.
Mr. Perfect with Ric Flair.
No, not even. You know why? Because Flair didn't kiss Perfect's ass. Perfect.
I never said that.
He kissed Flair's ass.
Yes.
Until Perfect was like, fuck you, and because you treating me like a bag of shit, and I'm going to fight back and turn babyface ultimately because of it. This is an entirely different story here.
See, what I think they're building to is MJF's going to turn on him at full gear and cost him the title.
And even if he doesn't, as long as they have a plan in mind, I don't mind.
Exactly.
Teasing it. This is like really well, like, because you're wondering, when is the turn going to happen?
Oh, speaking of story build, do we even need to mention 2 of the 4 horsemen got involved?
We'll get to that. First, we got to talk about how Cody starts getting his comeback, and he just starts laying into it. He does a freaking springboard cutter, which I did not expect from Cody, and Cody looks great. This crowd's electric for this dude. He's electric because he's getting the fucking loudest ovation possible, only to be rivaled by Arn Anderson when Tully and freaking Shawn Spears try to take advantage of a ref being completely knocked out. And then who to come out but Arn Anderson, and JR's
Hello,
going nuts.
Arn.
He's coming out. I couldn't believe it. And everyone's going nuts. You could check the reactions. No one expected him to come out. And then he hits a spine buster. He leaves and then totally leaves. And everyone's like, why did he leave? And everyone keeps like, I think that ruined the match.
No.
4 Horsemen first.
And I actually remember pointing this out.
4 Horsemen, dude. 4 Horsemen, wherever the 4 Horsemen go, they go. And Tully has to wonder why he did what he did.
Well, the beauty of it is, I don't think Tully was at Dusty Rhodes' Hall of Fame induction.
No, and that's insane. They build this match in a WWE Hall of Fame, guys. I want to put this out there in WWE.
They went back.
Ceremony.
They went back to a WWE Hall of Fame induction for story build for this.
This was nuts.
This is storytelling in pro wrestling 101.
And then they get the chair. Cody's like down. He doesn't know what to do. He wants to hit him with the chair, but he's trying to like not do it. And then all of a sudden, Sean's about to hit him with the chair until the disaster kick gets hit in Sean Spears' face.
May I just say real quick, referee Earl Hebner, known to be a very close friend of the Rhodes family.
Oh yeah, he looked great here. It's Earl Hebner. Earl Hebner looks like an authority figure.
He looked like 5 years younger.
He really did. And then Cody hit the crossroads 1, 2,
onto
3,
the chair,
and he won. He won, and this was an undoubtedly 5-star. I may have even rated 5.5. It was that good. I loved this match. Loved it.
So fucking good.
So good. And Cody's matches are always this good. Like going all the way back to All In, like he always seems to deliver the best matches on the card.
He brought out the best in Nick Aldis.
He really did. And then the next match happened. And although it wasn't the match of the night, it came damn near close.
It very much came.
Yes.
The Lucha Brothers and the friggin' Young Bucks.
This match was so cool. I love this match.
Amazing.
Some of the
ladder of death.
This is some of the shit I never thought I'd ever see in a ladder match, because some of the spots that they did were scary. I mean, you had your usual acrobatics in a ladder match, but still.
Wasn't there a double suicide dive through 2 ladders?
Yes, although it was with opposite people in the teams when they should have cut him off at the pass. But regardless of that fact, like, it was still cool, and you know, it only gets knocked down like a quarter of like a rating, but still, like this
did happen a couple times, but
but the other time you can excuse because it was completely opposite side.
Yeah, they were completely on the opposite side of the ring.
Yeah, so you can make an excuse for that, but yeah, it was just like it was not just a acrobatic display, but it was also a fight to get the AAA tag team titles. I can't even go spot for spot. All I'm gonna tell you is this: if you want to see an awesome ladder match, watch it. This was so fun.
Seriously.
This was so good.
You will be doing yourself the biggest favor by watching this match.
And they did. Here are the 3 big spots I will tell you: a Mexican destroyer, aka Canadian destroyer, from the top of a ladder through a table on a Matt Jackson. I think Nick Jackson going through a table and almost clipped his head because he bounced off the ropes. That looks scary, but ultimately he's fine. So that added to the match for me. And then the No Fear tag finisher by the Lucha Brothers, where it's a double stomp into the package pile driver, and this is on the ladder that doesn't even give. And that is what secures the victory for Lucha Brothers. But then all of a sudden, JFK and Martin Luther King make their fucking... Or not Martin Luther King. Who was the other guy?
What?
Who was the other guy that they dressed up as? Because they dressed up in presidential masks. JFK and...
Vince McMahon?
No, somebody else. It was a president, like a U.S. president masks. They took the scene from Point Break, and I know one of them was JFK. Presidents are making their debut, and they hit a tag finisher on the Lucha Brothers and also on the Young Bucks. They take off the masks to reveal themselves to be LAX, Santana and Ortiz. This was awesome, and the crowd popped huge for this. I love the reveal, and the tag team division is getting thick, boys. Is getting thick.
Speaking of LAX, what are Homicide and Hernandez up to these days?
I don't know, actually. I think Hernandez is retired. As for Homicide, I don't really know. I would hope he comes to AEW, though, soon.
He's a good talent.
He's really good. Then we get to the main event. And
oh boy.
By the way, I would be remiss if I didn't say that all the promo packages were thumbs up all throughout the night. Great production quality, guys. As I said, keep it up. Adam Page versus Chris Jericho. Adam Page comes out on a horse. Chris Jericho comes out. Nothing flashy about him. He's going in there for a world title. And this is a great young up-and-comer versus veteran storyline. They told this story beautifully. And again, although it was not match of the night, it still really, really delivered on a big match feel. And a lot of people may not agree, but I really like this. There's too many good spots in this match not to like. You had a apron shooting star counted into the code breaker by Jericho. You had Hangman Page deliver a wicked discus elbow to cut Jericho open. Very reminiscent to how Jericho cut him open with the Judas effect, going back to that storytelling.
Which was what? Fight for the Fallen?
Fight for the Fallen, yes. And everything about this match, like, it was very, very well put together. I really liked how they went back to the storytelling elements of the previous segments to really build into this match. I love the finishing sequence where it's like the near falls after near falls because it's the world championship. But then when Adam Page is trying to go for the discus lariat after being countered into a backslide by Jericho, wham! Judas effect. And it's the best Judas effect he's hit since he invented this move. Because, like, he hit this thing crisp. It looked great. And Adam Page sold this like he died.
Yeah, like Adam Page, you could see he tried to do like a front version of the Judas effect.
But I like the way they did it better. They should be doing this way more the way they did it here. Because it looked like he hit him right in the back of the head and knocked him clean out with the Judas effect. And that was enough to get Jericho the title. And thank God, because Jericho's the world champion. This is going to get eyes on the product. It's the most recognizable name they have, and that's what you need. You need the Buddy Rogers in order to build the Bruno Sammartino, and AEW is smart enough to realize that. Great job, lads. Great show. Fantastic show. This is, by far, the best show of the weekend.
And plus, whatever company Chris Jericho's in, he wins the championship.
Go to WWE, go to...
He walks out, he loses the title.
Oh, well, no, come on.
Within 4 days of winning the title, he loses it.
Yeah. But yeah.
We all made the meme a little bit of the bubbly. I think we all made the meme a little bit of the bubbly. I think Chris Jericho and Ric Flair need to lay off the bubbly.
Well, trust me, we'll get... It's not Chris Jericho. Specifically Meltzer, maybe, but not Jericho. Jericho, you can stay on the bubbly.
Although Jericho loves the bubbly memes.
Oh, I guarantee you he does. He did one with Limp Bizkit with the Nookie and said they replaced it with the bubbly.
I saw that.
That was funny. But now, I gave this an S rank. I know maybe some people won't agree with it, but I was beyond satisfied because I kept getting proven wrong, and it's like if I get proven wrong, that's an S rank for me. I'm sorry, but that's why I base my S rank. I don't base it because of other reasons, which we'll get into. Meltzer. We got NXT and MLW. We're just gonna go overview thoughts. We're gonna start with MLW because it's only 2 matches. This is a show we were going to give a try to. Mike, we'll start with you. What did you think of this? Specifically, Michael X.
I think it was a good show all the way through. I would give it a good 4.5 out of 5 stars. I think it's a very good fucking show, a good A rank when it comes to everything that happened. Jericho having his match with Adam was great.
Oh.
The Lucha Brothers match was great.
Oh, I thought we were talking about MLW, but fair
I
enough.
didn't-
You can
I didn't even-
continue. Continue.
Okay.
Keep going with AEW. That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, because I was gonna say I didn't watch MLW because I looked at that logo and I went, "What is this trash?"
I like that logo though. Actually,
That
I don't
logo's kind of lazy.
Fair enough. But well,
Yeah,
so you give a.
I think AEW is a very good show, and I hope I see more.
Fair enough. And Nikos, what did you think about AEW?
For AEW, I really liked mostly all the matches. There were like one or two matches which, weren't exactly, that bad. I mean, they were okay, just not that good. Like the Battle Royale and the the Dark Order tag team, they were just okay. So overall, I would give All Out an A+. As for MLW, despite it being just 2 matches, and since I don't know a whole lot of the characters, I might give this a neutral 3.
Yeah, I think we were talking about this like behind the scenes. It's just like you can't have a show with 2 matches. Like I feel like it just doesn't work. You need at least 3 or 4. That's like the sweet spot. I feel like if you're going to do an hour-long show, especially when we get to the next show that we talk about, NXT, like regular NXT, not UK. We push that to wayside. But it sounded like retarded Dusty Rhodes. Anyway,
so just Dusty Rhodes.
Well, yeah, except more retarded. Like he had a speech impediment even worse than what he had already before he passed. Anyway,
we love you, Dusty Rhodes. God bless you, but
love you, bro. Anyway,
can't talk worth a shit though.
Oh yeah, he can. What are you talking about? Hard times, baby. Hard times.
James,
that's hard times.
James, if I put him, Superstar Billy Graham and Ric Flair in the room, you wouldn't know who the fuck is talking.
Yeah, I would. It would be a Superstar Billy Graham I could distinguish. Flair and Dusty you have a point with, though.
Absolutely.
No, because they all have the same thing. Take a look at this. I got a picture of me with a saber-toothed tiger.
You forget Billy Graham was Hulk Hogan.
And also Billy
Graham and that's how we talk.
And Billy Graham also did not have a lisp.
I don't think he did.
Superstar Billy Graham has a lisp.
He might have one now, but he didn't have one then.
No, even back then, dude. Look at the fucking find the video of him when he talks about. Look at this crazy poster, me with the saber-toothed tiger.
Look, my body. There are more colors on my body right now than in any rainbow, baby.
Anyway, so what about you, Case? What did you think of MLW? Because I thought it was just too short. It was good. The 2 matches were good, but too short.
Yeah. It didn't suck, but I really got a late 90s WCW vibe from it, and I'm like, I don't know, man. You can tell
it's 2019 and you feel like they're behind the times kind of deal.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can tell they're trying, so I'll keep an eye on it, but I don't think I'll be keeping too close an eye on it.
Yeah, same. I mean, I'll still watch it because I genuinely find the matches entertaining.
Now, that being said, I was pleasantly surprised to see Simon Gotch working.
Yeah, Gotch was really good.
Gotch was really good. I'm glad he's found another home. Same with Low Key.
I hope that MLW at least partners with AEW because one, if anybody knows the sports-centric feel of how you do a wrestling show, I will give MLW the edge on that. They should take a few pointers from MLW on that. Second reason is because you can maybe trade and have these, guys go back and forth between the shows, especially MJF's faction, the Dynasty.
You're talking about a talent exchange.
Yeah, but not so much to the point where they are not on MLW at all because they're on AEW and vice versa. They just are there, and they can go to AEW as well, or vice versa. If they
So
want to
you-
have
so
a
you're
match
talking
with
about-
Kenny Omega and Austin Aries on MLW, sign me up. I want to see that match.
So you're talking about making it so that they coordinate their schedules. That way, there's no overlap.
Yeah, whatever works, yes. Because they're doing it with Tony Schiavone and they're currently doing it with MJF. I think they should do it a lot more with like guys like freaking Alexander Hammerstone and the other guy in MJF's faction, the Dynasty, and they should also try to get the Hart Foundation and bring them up there. The new foundation.
Dude, could you imagine friggin' Kenny Omega versus Low Key?
Yeah, I'd love that match. Knee Strike City, bitch.
Sign me the fuck up.
That being said, we could talk about that all day long. We move on to NXT. I'll just kind of give my quick thoughts on it. I liked the show. This was not S rank like last week's, because that week's was a wicked historic show. But this week was solid. It was like a B. I was definitely not as offended as I was with Cardiff. I thought that people were booked brilliantly in this. You okay, Nico?
What's going on over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, Nico's had a bit of a problem, yeah, but it's okay. NXT to me was like a B grade. I enjoyed the 4 matches on there. I was pleasantly surprised with Tainara Conti. I thought she actually did really well. Considering the last time I saw her, she was not that good.
She certainly impressed me a lot more than friggin' Bianca Belair.
Which I think you and I kind of differ on, but we'll get to that. What was the first match? Because I remember the second. Oh yeah, it was Breezango.
Oh right,
Breezango. And Breezango come out with like a new theme, and I love the new theme. Like, talk about freaking fashion, please. They're really running with that gimmick, huh?
And I like that Fandango has gone from out and out dancing to just grooving with the music. It feels more natural for him.
He's grooving with the music. He's not dancing in the middle of when he should be wrestling, and he's actually taking a lot more seriously as a competitor.
Right.
It's almost like they're doing wrestling and comedy right. Gee, I wonder why.
So the thing about Breezango, do you know what their gimmick reminds me of?
Breezango?
Breezango.
Breezango.
If you want something easier to remember them by, call them the Fashion Police.
The Fashion Police. Okay. Do you know what they remind me of?
Go.
Remember those the rapist cop and the other dude from Pulp Fiction?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, John Travolta and Sam Jackson?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Are you talking about in the basement? Oh,
yeah,
no.
in the basement.
Oh, no. I remember that.
With fucking Jeb.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ. I mean,
And
you're
then
not
Bruce
wrong.
Willis comes out
No,
with the fucking
you know
katana.
what? The worst part is who they were fighting to, which reminds me of it so much more, too. Oh, no.
And now you can never unsee
I can't unsee it. Oh, so let's get to the next match. It was Velveteen Dream versus what was it? Kona Reeves. This was a fine squash match.
Before we do, can we talk about Cameron Grimes for a second?
Oh, okay. I love Cameron Grimes and his delivery on his promo.
The delivery here was amazing, and I love the look on his face all throughout. You can tell he's just about at his breaking point. No pun intended, but.
And he really wanted to win that breakout tournament, and Jordan Miles beat him, and he's like going mad. And I did not know Trevor Lee from Impact had this kind of promo ability. Apparently, Impact really dropped the ball on him, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Now, you did mention that he put on a top hat towards the end, which did kind of kill the mood a little bit. But
here's why he killed the mood, because his head was so small compared to this fucking top hat, and it was so comically tall, and he still has the stern look on his face, and then he just walks away with the top hat. I'm conflicted. I don't know gonna be taking you seriously or laughing at your top hats? I don't understand why. I don't get it. I don't get the top hat. I would have actually understood it if he had, like, you know, those fedoras with like the feather on them, and he put that on. I would have been all right with that. But it was the top hat, man. It was so comically tall, bro. I didn't get it. I don't know. Was I the only one, Nikos? Like, did you get that same feeling with Cameron Grimes with the freaking top hat of doom?
Yeah.
Like, it was so weird. I didn't get it. Mike, X, did you watch this?
No, I wish I could say I did. I didn't have enough time during the week.
Okay, well, try to do it next time then if you can.
Probably not knowing me. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Why?
Because he doesn't care enough to subscribe to the network.
Well, then we'll talk about it later.
Listen, that $10 a month can go to feed my spending habits.
Okay, well, don't worry about it, Ed. We'll talk
It
about
can
it.
be donated to Ric Flair's trust fund.
No.
Donate it to Charlotte Flair trying to get her dad into rehab.
With that being said, since not everybody watched this, Velveteen Dream took on Kona Reeves.
I was actually quite impressed by both men in this match.
Yeah, they were actually pretty good. Kona Reeves is a bit green in the ring, but he's Kona Reeves. Velveteen Dream was the star in this, no question about it, though. And Velveteen Dream looked like $1 million in this match, as he always does. But Roderick Strong is on the Videotron, and he's burning something. We don't know what he's burning, but he's burning something. And it turns out it's Velveteen Dream's velvet couch. That's a part of his entrance when he challenges certain people to a North American title match. He's burning the couch, and Dream sold this like his dog died. And then you just hear Strong with his delivery. Dream!
Do I have your attention now?
And I'm like, wow, this is the best promo of Strong's career. Good shit.
My fucking couch, guys.
And this is officially set up a North American title match on the first episode of USA to close out Hour 1. This is weird, by the way. So apparently Hour 1 for the first 2 weeks is going to be on the USA Network. And then Hour 2 is going to be on the WWE Network. Because I guess Suits still has... Well, here's why, and I found out about this now, because it didn't make sense to me either. It turned out Suits on USA still has to have its series finale. So, because Vince McMahon operated in panic mode and was like, Triple H, put your show on the network. I won't touch it, but just we got to put it on and compete. Just go and do it. They didn't consider the fact that Suits still had to finish their show. So, good job on that one.
It's like a hurricane here in Freeburg. Retards flying airplanes, making match cards.
Yeah, right.
Terrible booking. Anyway. What are they cooking? Some crack. Woohoo.
Wow.
Every day they're up there making some crack. Woo!
Oh, God, kill me.
Did somebody say crack?
Yeah, what crack?
All right, boys. Well, it's been a very fun podcast, but I'm starting to slowly fade away into the bliss of the non-existent life.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a part 2 of this, so you guys will see this. So before you leave, Mike, we'll just end it here then. This is what we're going to do. This overall NXT, including the main event, by the way, between Jordan Miles and Adam Cole, was great. Go watch it. Thumbs up show.
The Brazilian chick was pretty damn good.
Yes, and there was a bunch of stuff from the show that if you had a sour taste in Cardiff like we did, go watch the show. Get you right in the mood for regular NXT as opposed to the UK. I'm going to just call it NXT Diet.
NXT die.
Yeah.
NXT Light.
So, with that being said, we're going to end it here, and then we'll be coming back next week. We're going to just finish off the news articles that we were not able to get to today. We'll have a lot less to review next episode because it's only going to be like, I think, an hour NXT episode. And whatever AEW posts on their YouTube channels and whatnot. So that will be what we review next time. I wish we could have gotten in the news topics, but I didn't expect that all this was going to happen. So this is trial and error, obviously.
To be fair, it is 3 pay-per-views back to back to back. So
yeah, so
of course,
what we're going to do is, and we're going to do this every single time. Any news stories we will save for the next episode if there are pay-per-views that we need to review. And luckily with the indies, it's not going to be oversaturated like it is with the WWE. Like takeovers, they only happen like 6 times a year. And AEW, I think they've had a total of like, what, 4 this year?
4 events thus far.
And counting,
2, which we actually had to pay for.
And counting Full Gear is like 5. So that won't be too bad. And once AEW comes up, you know, and if we can review any New Japan, we'll be able to review those. Those are going to be the main 3 that we review: New Japan shows, AEW shows, and regular NXT shows. That's it for now. And if you guys want to leave a suggestion of what other independent companies to check out, do so in the comments section below.
Speaking of that, before we go, those of you who are in the comments going to suggest Rev Pro, we can't find any distributors for them over here in the States.
Yeah, we already tried. Mike tried, I tried, Nico's tried, we all tried it. We can't find anything.
As much as we'd love to watch them, it's just not feasible right now.
Yeah, it's just not possible. So we will talk about a bunch of stuff next episode, a bunch of news topics, along with a short review of NXT coming up. So we will be reviewing that next episode. You'll probably be seeing that Friday and or Saturday this week. It all depends. We'll see what happens. We'll see what our schedules decide to say. Mike, before you go, do you have anything to plug?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen it yet, please go watch WIW Immortal. We're a little bit away from hitting our 1,000. You can watch it on 3 separate channels that I know James will probably put in the description, but I would recommend watching
it. Already is. It already is.
If you want a 8-hour pay-per-view with, I would say, minimalistic problems and a lot of incredible match pacing,
go down there. Check it out.
All right.
And what about your Twitter?
Who cares?
Well, you tweet there sometimes.
No, I don't. I don't tweet at all.
Well, it's in the description.
Anything he tweets is just promoting the show.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, still, follow him anyway. It's in the description.
Who cares?
All right. Night, Mike. You have a good night. All right. Nikos, do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, if you are interested on watching our reactions, go ahead and watch our latest Cardiff AEW All Out reaction on James' channel.
Yes.
And if you want, hit me up on Facebook. Name's Michael Nikos.
Yep, and we collabed also. We also collabed Nikos with the Wrestling Rundown. We can't forget to mention them.
Sure.
They were nice enough to, and Chris was nice enough to let us use this house to have that mega stream. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Chris. And another thing, if you want to continue talking with us, we have a Discord. All you gotta do is just search up Weymouth Pride. Yep, Weymouth Youth Wrestling.
Or WYW Pride, yes.
Which is our YouTube URL.
And yeah, there you go with that. Is there anything else you need to plug, Nikos?
I am all set.
All right. You guys can find me right here on youtube.com/user/JHebertside95. That's JHEBERTSIDE95. Make sure you subscribe. Turn those post notification bell on because we will be doing these shows weekly. Sometimes we may do 2 a week, depending on the week of wrestling that we have. But it's most likely going to be bi-weekly. Not this week because there was just way too much that happened, but we will definitely be doing it bi-weekly after this week. So make sure you turn the post notification bell on and be notified. And I'll also subscribe to Wrestling Fortune 44 as well, because he'll be actually upping his quality and his content, and I'll be on there as well. So go check out Wrestling Fortune 44, youtube.com/user/wrestling FOU or FORTUNE 44 numbers 44. I'll be doing a bunch of shows with Owen there, and make sure you subscribe to his channel too. We already plugged the WYW stuff. You guys did that for me. Thank you. And Casey, anything to plug?
All right. Well, you guys can follow me on Twitter at CTroop19. Subscribe to Luke Lynch on YouTube, Luke12 Lynch on Twitch, and if you somehow still have a Tumblr account, search for Luke12 Lynch on there as well. Since I've done a little bit of rearranging of my sleeping quarters, I'm actually kind of getting the urge to record game commentary again. So look for Assassin's Creed 2 Part 14 in the very near future.
Hey, he's back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Will you be doing more adventure vlogs?
Probably not for the time being. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to edit the ending sequence for Day 4 of PAX East before I get to the Immortal Streaming Day vlog. But after that, probably won't be any adventure vlogs for a while, unless I somehow manage to get circumstances permitting to attend another convention.
Fair enough. But do you at least have... So you have a couple in the bag, though?
I have a couple that I can work on.
Fair enough. Good. All right. Can't wait for those. Subscribe to his channel. Notifications on. And until next time, from the Executioner Michael X, this has been... Nikos, you can...
This has been the Indy Force
number
2.
But you gotta introduce... You gotta outro yourself.
Your own self, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Like Lionheart.
I am the Lionheart, Mike Nikos.
Gotta make that very clear. You can go next, James.
Hold on, let's try to... We gotta get this down, because people are gonna roast us in the comments. Hold on.
Let them roast us, dude. Fuck it.
I will say Mike's first, because he's already out here. From the Executioner Michael X, who had to go to bed, this has been... Nikos?
The Lionheart, Mike Nikos.
Casey?
The Indy Force Predictions Heavyweight Champ, the Wrestling Encyclopedia, Casey Gallagher.
And the host or co-host or editor or whatever you want to call me, the He-Man, Jay Hebert's side. And until next time, we'll see you on the Indy Force, motherfucker.
Can't be stopped.
Can't be moving. You motherfucker.